This July full moon is here to shake things up. It's here to rattle us to our core. It's here to bring everything to the surface. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, sometimes known better as the Wanderess. And as you can tell right now, I'm certainly not in Spain, sat here in a jumper. I am actually in Australia during their winter time, as I have just run Soul School Australia for the first time of many, fingers crossed, over here. So last weekend on the 7th of July, I ran Soul School even on the Gold Coast. And what a magical, magical day that was. You guys know I love to run these events to help people get activated to their soul and really create the lives that they are destined to create rather than the lives that they have settled for. And Sunday was no different. I had to put a cap on the numbers because it was just me and my team weren't there. However, the event was absolutely magical and it has spurred me on and lit a fire within me that we are going to do some really, really, really great things on this land. So if you are from Australia, please share this video far and wide, because by the time I do the next Soul School over here, we would like to invite at least 4 or 5 times the amount of people that were there on Sunday just gone. And the only way that we can do that is by you guys. So if you like my content and if you like the videos and the conversations that we have, please, please, please do remember to go and subscribe to my channel, comment and tag all of the people or share with all of the people that you truly believe would also like my content. Now, if you were at Soul School or if you have been at any of my Soul Schools in the past, please know that Self Love Club is launching on the 2nd of September. We've actually changed the program for the class of 2024 from a 12-month program to a 9-month program for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, I need some time off each year. I've been running this program for 4 or 5 years now, and it has been back to back to back, and I haven't given myself any time off whatsoever. And also, we feel that time is speeding up so significantly right now. 9 months is a really, really easy bite-sized chunk to be able to get immersed in my practices and change your whole life and be able to go on. And also it seems a lot easier to do, doesn't it, than 12 months, interestingly enough, even though it's only a few different, So if you are keen to hear more about this and what Self-Love Club entails, and it's not us sitting around painting our nails and things like that, it is emotional trauma release. It is rebuilding your life. It is taking your power back in every sense of the word. So if that is something that you would like to be interested in and you'd like to hear about it, please do head over to the description field of this video, where there is a clickable link, which you can just click and get signed up for the absolutely no obligation, free launch call that is taking place on the 2nd of September. Now, if for any reason you are on a time zone that doesn't accommodate the time where the meeting is set up for, please know by clicking the link and signing up for the information, you will get everything coming in to your inbox straight after the call. So please, please, please do head over there and, allow yourself to have the information at your disposal. Anyway, without further ado, it's time for us to speak about the full moon energy that is coming in on the 21st of July. Now, what's fascinating about the 21st of July is it is a couple of people who are very, very special to me. It's their birthdays. So to those of you who know who you are, happy birthday to you guys. And what a powerful day to be having a birthday on this full moon. We are in extremely powerful times energetically right now. We are seeing a huge shift under these changes, and we are in the throes of, really building up to the main energy point, which is a full moon. So, this energy for full moon always starts way before full moon. Obviously, we're still in the new moon energies right now, but we are stepping into the full moon, and they kind of merge between each other. And this is where a lot of people get confused, is it's kind of like, oh, well, there's one day and there's one day. Actually, these energies all interlink. And then on top of that, we've also got the July energy. just to make things even more exciting as well. Now, the main energy center is what I'm going to call it on this video. That is going to be coming in a few days. Now, what we are expecting to see with this energy of the July moon is explosive. I'm seeing it very explosive, feisty, and in typical Lucy language, it's here to shake shit up. Like, we've done the first half of the year, and now we're into the throes of the second half of the year. And this is where things are going to get a little bit exciting, a little bit buoyant, a little bit noisy. And in all honesty, ladies and gents, life-changing. I see a lot of earthquakes. Now, I don't know if this is on a physical plane, on a spiritual plane, or what, but I see earthquakes. It may well be energetic. However, I know we have had some physical earthquakes taking place, I feel, in South America. So I feel that continuing. And I believe that I put that in the last moon update as well, or maybe in the July energy update, which I'll link back to both of those two videos for your convenience during this video. So, like I say, this July full moon is here to shake things up. It's here to rattle us to our core. It's here to bring everything to the surface. Now, you may feel like I feel whenever I channel this information, I'm like, gosh, are we back here again? Like, I feel like I'm saying this every time, but this moon is going to be different. You may have been feeling a level of uncertainty in your life of recent. It could be in relationships, it could be with your career, it could be with your body. Like, I know for me, my body doesn't look like it used to look at the moment. And I'm like, okay. So when I was out running this morning, I had a good chat with my body and I was like, hey, like, I'm going to get back to the way things used to be. Are you okay to come with me on this? And I got the permission to do so. But so it might not be big stuff. It might be just changes in your body or changes in your mind, changes in your emotions or something like that. So this is the final point of uncertainty. This is going to be the end point of that story. Whatever story you have been creating, we are at the end point of that story now. And so I just want to remind you that obviously with endings, and when we say goodbye to something, it's normally a little bit painful. Okay. I want to reframe this though. I want to change this a little bit. For me, it's a very exciting time as we say goodbye to what has been making us unhappy, what has hurt us, or what has maybe made us feel unworthy. So cast your eye back over the last couple of months. Did you do everything that you were required to do? Did you apologize when necessary? Is there something that has weighed on your heart through these months? If the answer is yes, that's going to reappear during this cycle. And it's going to reappear during this cycle to close things out once and for all. As I was just saying, they say that endings hurt. And yes, they can do. However, think of all the miraculous beginnings that you have had because of those seemingly tough endings. I have 100% certainty within my vessel that you've got this. And as you step through this, expect clarity, expect sharper focus, expect consciousness or awareness. This will lead to a bit of heaviness in our lives, feeling like it is lifting. We need it to lift to make way for the new. It is time for us to stop and take a breath. How many of us have been holding our breath for the last 4.5 years? I met somebody just this morning who, when I asked them, whether they had their medical decisions taken away from them a number of years ago, oh my goodness, the response that I got was yes, and I'm not happy about it. Like, these people, all of us have been holding our breath. We've been waiting. And of course, what happens when we hold our breath for too long, because breath work is obviously very good for us, is our nervous system starts to take a bit of pressure from us. It's time for us to breathe once and for all. And the way that we do that is by allowing all of the things that have stopped us from breathing freely, have stopped our freedom, bringing them to the surface for us to revisit, for us to say thank you, but no thank you anymore, and moving on. So with this, you are going to be seeing leaders, people who seemingly have their stuff together, lose the plot. What I mean by losing the plot is, maybe being a little bit unhinged, maybe being a little bit dramatic or a little bit emotional or a little bit sensitive, or maybe you're like, wow, this person really is not who I thought they were. Be ready to see this. People will become angry. They will become feisty. They maybe will step out of character. The masks are starting to slip. There are big, big, big changes. Now, a key word that has been coming through for me during this full moon is exposure. Exposure is a word for this world and its changes that are coming off the back of this full moon. And as far as I'm concerned, it's already started. Now, I'm going to make a couple of comments here. I'm going to make a couple of statements here, which might ruffle a few feathers, but I'm going to say it anyway. And I don't normally speak this candidly, but I feel very drawn to saying it. I've been speaking about this stuff behind closed doors in conscious conversations for quite some time. And I've made these predictions a number of maybe 18 months ago. Okay. And I have a number of people that can validate it. So I feel that through the rest of July, Biden is going to disappear. I mean, he's obviously, from what I hear, he's obviously showing himself to be a bit frail and to be a little bit, not quite as up together as he needs to be to go for the next election. But I feel that he's going to be disappear. And I have always said that I felt he was going to be I keep going to say returned, really weird. I feel like he's going to be replaced with either Kamala Harris or Michelle Obama. Whatever your thoughts are on those people, like, I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. This is just what I feel. I also feel that this is the public start of the euro currency collapsing. Again, this is something that I predicted before I went away in May. And I just feel that everything is starting to gain momentum now. And obviously what that means is everything that goes along with that, which I don't know and I don't understand and I don't really need to know. But all I know is that I keep banging on about the euro currency has to go. It has to go. We've seen struggles in France. We're seeing things coming out of Germany. So obviously the dynamics are there. Things are being set up for that currency to collapse. And like I say, everything that goes along with that, which will be like the politics behind it, the governments, the leaders, all of that stuff. Okay. Now, like I say, I have been saying this for a very long time. For those of you guys in conscious conversations, maybe you can just validate the fact that I've been saying this for a very long time. I predicted that before my trip in May of 2024, when I went off to Germany and Turkey and Italy and Egypt and all of those places. I just had to think about that then. We would start to see the collapse of that currency within 12 months of that date. We would physically start to see it. And all I can say is we will wait to see what happens from here, but I'm saying it publicly because I feel it's very important. Very, very, very important. I really, really do. And maybe it's time for me to be speaking much more publicly about the predictions that I make because it's quite wild what's happening right now. So This full moon is going to shine a light and activate a lot of twists and turns from here. Okay, there's going to be lots of twists and turns. Now, remember, it's explosions, it's revolutions, and it's rebellion. We have to bring that energy to the surface. So, that, of course, is going to be lots of twists and turns. Now, my recommendation to each and every one of you right now is to just be flexible and go with whichever direction you are being pulled in. You know, June was a challenge for most people that I speak to. Now, know that you get to choose your peace and your happy ending. I feel like through the second half of July and in this energy of the full moon, we are going to be celebrating something personally. If we surrender to the potentiality that we have, we are going to be celebrating. If we fight it, if we resist it, there is going to be the explosive, feisty, rebellious revolution energy there. As much as we are going to be closing the door on something painful, something that hasn't been particularly pleasant for us to live through, expect emotions to be activated. I feel this is much more of a group thing. It's much more of a collective thing. That's the word that I'm looking for, collective thing. So we're going to be recognizing that there is pain that has been had. We're going to be recognizing that we have been, really intertwined and entrenched in quite a lot of pain. So obviously emotions are going to be activated, hence the rebellious energy, hence the rebellion and the revolutionary energy that is going to be coming up. Sensitivity is going to be a thing. There is going to be sensitivity around seeing the old world collapse and stepping into the new world, the uncertainty. Recognize where the emotions are coming from, as it is going to bring a gorgeous sense of healing up for all of us. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm mad keen on healing. I really am. I'm a big fan of healing, that's for sure. And sometimes I sit there and I'm like, why have I asked for this? Why do I want to level up? Why do I feel I need to continually heal? And it's to be the best version, because you cannot step forwards with the baggage of yesterday. You cannot step forwards with feeling as if you're not worthy or you're not good enough, or you listen to the words that somebody has said. I've been processing so much whilst I've been in Australia, because for the first time in a long time, I have not had to be in fight or flight mode with my nervous system. I've been away from what was creating that fight or flight mode now for about maybe a month or 6 weeks, and maybe even longer than that. And now I'm in Australia and I'm in the safety of energy that loves me and supports me and protects me. And it's that I've said goodbye to my nervous system, making me have a cortisol response. And my body has shown that, my skin has shown that, everything has shown that. Be very clear with what is going on with you. And although you might think that you've got it, like I thought I had it, but we never have it. Our physical body talks to us. It says to us, hey, you're under pressure right now. Take a breather. How many of us listen to that? You may be faced with some challenges. I'm feeling around communication. Maybe something you would normally shy away from is going to come to the surface. Maybe something you would do your best to keep the peace on. It's important to use your voice in these moments. Come from a space of peaceful, beautiful, connected love rather than emotional anger. If people attempt to poke the bear and keep attempting to get a reaction out of you, you can say, I'm not engaging in this, and walk away. That is so beautiful. It does not mean that you are weak. It means I'm not going to allow your narcissistic behavior to create a reaction within me. I'm going to walk away, and I'm going to show you that I value myself enough to take this time for me. There is going to be power struggles. We need to recognize, excuse me, we need to recognize that in every area of life, this is possible. Feistiness, emotional, miscommunications. It's in every area of every life. So we can have it in our work, within our play, within our family, within our intimate relationships, within our career. You name it, it could be in anywhere. So we need to recognize that this is important in every area of life. And there is going to be power struggles for us to process. Personally, governmentally, medically, educationally, every area of life. It's going to become a lot more intense than it has ever been as we step out of the old world and into the new world. People don't want to let go of the old world. Look at how powerful the truth movement still is. That's people desperate to hold on to. I have to be right. I have to prove my point. Look at the people that are still banging on about the medical interventions that took place all those years ago. Oh, it still needs to happen. It still needs to happen. There's going to be power struggles around this because they can't bear to be wrong. So we are going to be having this intensity building as we surrender the old world and we give life to the new world. Security will be in question. Do you feel safe? Feeling safe is our mission. Feeling safe so that we can release anything that may jeopardize us feeling safe. It is imperative right now, which is why we are being shown so much noise. Again, financial, medical, educational, it is the end of the old world, and we must focus on giving energy to the new world rather than being right and creating more drama. Anything that we are focusing on that is of low vibration, we are giving energy to stop us stepping forwards. We must be clear, concise, and compassionate to be able to walk forwards, leaving the karmic elements behind us. There is a massive trigger to a further awakening. There is a massive in-flight mission to gain clarity on what we couldn't see previously. And I don't mean awakening to what we call the truth. Like that's the first step on many, many, many steps. I'm talking awakening to the consciousness, to the fact that we are creating a new world, and whatever we are living, whatever we are breathing, whatever we are, whoever we're hanging around, whatever values we've got, whatever systems are in place, we need to recognize that it's very, very important for us to be stepping into our truth and be able to love people wherever they're at. It doesn't matter if they disagree with you. For me personally, there's certain medical choices that I choose not to have in an intimate partner, for example. However, that doesn't mean I'm right and you're wrong. It just means that's my choice. It's my choice to do that. It's my choice to honor myself and love myself and do that. But I'm not going to judge you guys. And I actually want to share a little story about this because I saw on Wednesday of this week just gone, I saw one of a very, very long-term friend of mine. And, she started speaking to me about her medical choice that she made a few years ago. And she explained to me about the reason that she took it. And then she went into a massive launch about how she feels tricked and how she feels fooled and how she feels like it wasn't actually a choice. She was bamboozled into making it. I didn't sit there and say, well, you're silly. You should have got the memo. I said, babe, what can I do to help? How can I make this better for you? What do you need from me to be able to support you in this moment? Nonsense is afoot, ladies and gents. The divide is being pushed. Now, I was driving to my friend's house and there was a massive board up talking about bird flu, for example. And I just looked at it and I was like, seriously, I don't think this is going to happen again. But for some people, they are living in that fear. I'm not going to judge them. I'm going to hold space. I'm going to do whatever I possibly can to raise the consciousness, to raise the vibration. I don't want to talk about that stuff. I know I just have done in this video, but I don't want to talk about this stuff. I want to talk about how we can grow better food, how we can clear herbicides and pesticides off of our fruits and vegetables, how we can get our body into alignment. I've done a video recently about blood tests, and hundreds of you around the world have messaged saying, oh my God, thank God you've shared about your blood tests, because I went and got mine done and I'm mortified at the levels that I'm at. This is what we're here to do. We're here to share. We're here to support. We're here to create communities. We're here to actually come together and change the world. Now, authenticity is the buzzword of the month. Who is it that we are? What is it that we are looking for? What makes us feel aligned to the point of being present and satisfied with who we are? A game-changing set of questions to ask. And a game-changing set of questions to ask is in my 5-day breakthrough program, which is actually £11.11. It is so cheap. You get a video from me every day, you get a question from me every day, and you get some homework every day. You probably need to allow about 30 to 60 minutes a day to be able to do it for 5 days. And it will help you shift. We've had hundreds, if not thousands, of people go through that program around the world and have massive shifts. A lady that I know who's very dear to my heart, she's done the program about 50, 60 times and she gets different messages every time. Once you've paid for it once, it's yours for keeps forever. So please, if you feel drawn to do that, head over to the description field of this video and check that out. Like I said, it's £11.11, so cheap. Healing is a massive thread under this full moon. There is a mission that we are on. Are you on it, or are you not on it? It is full steam ahead with releasing the heaviness of the past. And it is a choice, ladies and gents, to step into this. Do you want to heal? If the answer is yes, you cannot half-arse it. You have to go all in. And do not think that you can be, one of these people who are like, oh, I've got my stuff together. I've not got much to heal. No, I'm okay. Trust me, all of us have stuff to heal, even those of us that are, what would be classed as a teacher this lifetimes. It is full steam ahead, like I say, of releasing the heaviness of the past. Now, the circumstances of our decisions and what is good, bad, and ugly has to be released. And what better time to do it than now in this full moon? There is no time to pretend it's not happening. We must surrender. The time is now for us all to really embrace and step forwards. All of us have issues. Full stop. We all have insecurities. And this, my friends, is what is holding us back from who we truly are. Yes, it's been heavy. Yes, you've had to become strong so that you can carry them all. But now is the time to release. Decide and commit to truly letting it all go. Do it from love, and this will be the vibration of the future world for you. I had a beautiful intervention with one of the gentlemen who came to Soul School in Australia. He must have been about 6'7". He was so tall, an ex-football player. And he said to me, you know what, Lucy? Hi, you okay? He said to me, you know what, Lucy? I am tired of the circumstances around how, I have had to be strong and I have had to be firm and I have had to be uptight my whole life. And I'm ready to be vulnerable right now. And I really would encourage all of the men around the world to do that. He was such an amazing man. And you never know, hopefully our paths will cross at some point and I can have a sit down conversation with him. and maybe share it with you guys as an ex-professional footballer. There is a beautiful energy that will add to some people's egos and desire to be right now. Ask yourself, is this really something that you need to be involved in? What is the driver behind this energy? What is the driver behind you wanting to be right? Are you ready to just release it and surrender? Creative energy is going to be showing us in all sorts of ways. It is going to be, so for me right now, my creativity is showing up in relationships, my relationship with my body, my relationship with my work, my relationship with people that I'm hanging around with, and the intimate relationship that I am manifesting and bringing in. Like, we have huge capacity to create anything right now. Whatever we can dream of is at our fingertips. So get excited, get present with whatever it is that you are looking for with your creative juices. You have psychic abilities coming on, your intuition is coming on, and you are becoming even more powerful than you have ever known yourself to be in the past. Please embrace your creative energy, because this moon is going to help us catapult it, leaning like leapfrogging and jumping, quantum jumping into a whole new reality if you choose it. Truth and trust will determine your future. Determination will help you collapse victimhood. Every ounce of truth must come to the surface, and secrets are on the way out. All aspects of life, everything has to be lifted now. And we have got this surge of energy around injustice and not being told the truth and not being able to feel the truth. We must surrender the emotional abuse and everything like that has come up, that has led to the lies, that has led to a really discontented vibration on the planet. We must be in the light from here for the world. The light is how we are going to set up. This is how the love will cascade through the next phases if we allow it to be. This will impact the way that we show up, who resonates with us, and what we are going to create going forwards. People can see and feel without looking these days. You must remember that energy is much more powerful. We are here for self-love, self-care, for dance, for expression. We're here to get out in nature, for breath work, to immerse in water. I immersed myself in the water on the Gold Coast over the weekend. It was so beautiful to connect so deeply with Mother Nature. There is an air of promise under this full moon. However, do not be surprised if it is just slightly out of reach. Maybe it will be nudged towards you over the coming weeks. Trust and surrender. Be super conscious of what you are involving yourself in. Engage in love and love only. You do not need to be right. You do not need to be heard. You do not need to be seen. Trust that you are being protected from the polarity of this universe. Our world is being created based on our reality. So please, I say this all the time, stay in love. Arguing and the desire to be right is just ego. Your younger self is just playing up in those moments. You are so worthy of a beautiful, peaceful, connected, conscious love. Ladies and gents, do grab a piece of paper and a pen, and I'm going to be back very, very shortly with a beautiful, beautiful exercise for you guys to follow to embrace the best out of this full moon energy. Okay, so what I am going to ask you guys to do for this full moon energy exercise is sage your space. or smudge your space, whatever it is that you choose to use. So if that is Palo Santo, please use that. If it's salt, if it's essential oils, if it's sage, like whatever it is that you use, start by doing your auric field and setting the intention to forgive yourself for everything that you have held on to in this lifetime and previous lifetimes. Then walk around your space and ask yourself, what is it that I need to forgive? Who do I need to forgive? How do I need to forgive? Allow all of it out of your space so that you can create such a beautiful, almost like a cloud-like feel for you to get connected to what it is that you are going to go after for this full moon. And then I would set up a beautiful space and I would set your crystals up, your cards up, or anything that is dear to you and stuff that you use. And basically set the intention that in your meditation, you are going to go back and revisit your inner child, your younger self, and you are going to look back at what you need to forgive yourself for. Do the meditation for 13 minutes, 1-3. Very important that you do it for 13 minutes. And then when you come out, write everything down. What have you done that you need to forgive yourself for? Who do you need to forgive? How do you need to forgive? What is it that, is really holding you back from having that beautiful conscious love or that beautiful empowering career or whatever it is that you are looking for in your life? On one piece of paper, do all of the things that you need to forgive and you need to let go of. And on a separate piece of paper, do what it is that you want to create and who you want to be going forwards. And then, ladies and gents, I'm going to allow you to do your favorite thing. Under the full moon energy, go outside, burn that piece of paper with everything that you need to forgive and let go of, but keep the piece of paper with your future on. Make sure that you're very safe when you're dealing with fire and make sure that there is some water to put the paper out in once it has done burning. Ladies and gents, I hope you have found this video useful. I will be back super soon with some more content. I love you all very much. From my heart to yours, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Lots of love.